Today we'll be talking about Hoppip, the first grass-type Pokemon in Gen 2 to be a dual type, and the lightest Pokemon in Gen 2. Its previous PYC dates are August 31st, 1996, June 22nd, 1999, April 12th, 2002, January 31st, 2005, November 22nd, 2007, September 12th, 2010, July 3rd, 2013, April 23rd, 2016, February 12th, 2019, and December 3rd, 2021. I love the plant cat design it has. I most remember it from the fact that I get its name and its evolution's names mixed up. Anyway, let's get into the Bulbapedia article. Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we'll be talking about Hoppip, the cottonweed Pokemon, whose number is 0187. This is what it looks like. Its type is Grass Fly. Since this is our first Grass Flying, I'll point out the grass inside and the flying outside. Abilities, Chlorophyll or Leaf Guard in Gen 4+. Infiltrator is its hidden ability. Gender ratio is 50-50. Catch rate is 255 or 43.9%. Breeding is egg groups Fairy and Grass. Hatch time 20 cycles. Height 1 foot 4 or 0.4 meters. Weight 1.1 pounds or 0.5 kilograms. Basic experience yield is 74 in Gen 2 through 4 and 50 in 5+. Leveling rate is medium slow. EV yield is 1 in special defense. Shape is that, footprint is that, Pokedex color is pink, and base friendship is 70. Hoppip is a dual-type grass/flying Pokemon introduced in Gen 2. It evolves into Skiploom starting at level 18, which evolves into Jumpluff starting at level 27. Biology: Hoppip is a round pink plant Pokemon with long green leaves growing on top of its head. The leaves on its head have ragged edges similar to a dandelion. It has big, triangular ears with dark insides, and beady yellow eyes that lack pupils. Its arms and legs are stubby, and it has a short tail with a rounded tip. There is a circular yellow pad on the underside of each foot. Hoppip's body is very light and is easily lifted off the ground by winds and will drift in the air. Hoppip can sense approaching strong winds. In order to avoid being blown away, it clusters and links leaves with other Hoppip or grips the ground firmly with its feet. However, it enjoys gentle breezes. Hoppip tends to be carried by the winds across vast distances and thus can be found all over the world except in cold regions. It lives in temperate grasslands, fields, mountains, and even urban environments. Evolution: Hoppip evolves into Skiploom, which evolves into Jumpluff. So you can see that here, Hoppip, Skiploom, Jumpluff. Game data, Pokedex entries. In Gen 2 and Gold, take heat from being blown away by the wind. They gather in clusters. They do enjoy gentle breezes, though. Silver, its body is so light it must grip the ground firmly with its feet to keep from being blown away. Crystal, it can be carried away on even the gentlest breeze. It may even float all the way to the next town. For Stadium 2, if you have Pokemon Red, Silver, Crystal inserted, you get the Gold entry, but if you have Pokemon Blue, Gold, or Yellow inserted, you get the Silver entry. In Gen 3, in Ruby and Sapphire, this Pokemon drifts and floats with the wind. If it senses the approach of strong winds, Hoppip links its leaves with other Hoppip to repair against being blown away. Emerald, this Pokemon drifts and floats with the wind. If it senses the approach of strong winds, a Hoppip links leaves with others to repair against being blown away. Fire Red is the Silver entry, while Leaf Green is the Gold entry. In Gen 4, in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, it drifts on winds. It's said that when Hoppip gather in fields and mountains, spring is on the way. Heart Gold is very similar to its Gold counterpart, but slightly different, so I'll rate it. To keep from being blown away by the wind, they gather in clusters, but they do enjoy gentle breezes. Soul Silver is its Silver counterpart. The Gen 5 Pokedex entries are Platinum's entry. In Gen 6, X is the Silver entries and Fire Red's entry. Y is the Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, and Gen 5 entries. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are basically Ruby and Sapphires, but Pokemon and Hoppip are now the correct casing. Don't know why it's not in Gen 7, even though it literally said it was all over the world earlier. In the article, that didn't seem to be true, so that's weird. The Gen 8 Pokedex entry. They are blown adrift by winds. It is said that when Hoppip gather in fields and mountains, spring is on the way. It's also not in Sword and Shield. That's, again, not makes sense with the information we were given anywhere, but okay. In Gen 9 Scarlet, this Pokemon is blown across vast distances by the wind. It is unclear where the Hoppip of Paldea originally came from. Violet, outside of cold regions, Hoppip can be found practically everywhere. This is because the wind carries the species all over the world. We got Hoppip in the Paldea Pokedex, of course, riding on the wind. That's very cute. And it's by the windmills, that also makes sense. Game locations, side game locations, and events. Stats, base stats, HP 35, attack 35, defense 40, special attack 35, special defense 55, speed 50 for a total of 250. Pokeathlon stats, type effectiveness, damage normally by normal, bug, ghost, steel, electric, psychic, dragon, dark, and fairy. Weak to flying, poison, rock, fire, and ice, all for a double except for ice, which is for 4. Immune to ground, resistant to fighting, water, and grass, Fighting in water for half, and grasses for a fourth. Notes: if gravity is in effect, this Pokemon is given an Iron Ball in Gen 4, or a ring target, or it is affected by Smackdown or Ingrain. The effectiveness of ground-type moves is half, so go from 0 to half. In Gen 5, this Pokemon is given an Iron Ball. The effectiveness of ground-type moves is 1, so go from 0 to 1. Learn set by leveling up. 1. Splash and Tackle, 4. Tail Whip, 6. Absorb, 8. Fairy Wind, 10. Poison Powder, Stun Spore, and Sleep Powder, 12. Bullet Seed, 15. Synthesis, 19. Leech Seed, 22. Mega Drain, 24. Acrobatics, 27. Cotton Spore, 29. U-Turn, 32. Giga Drain, 35. Bounce, and 38. Memento. By TM, 1. Takedown, 2. Charm, 7. Protect, 14. Acrobatics, 18. Thief, 20. Trailblaze, 25. Facade, 27. Aerial Ace, 33. Magical Leap, 43. Fling, 47 Endure, 49 Sunny Day, 50 Rain Dance, 56 Bullet Seed, 60 U-Turn, 70 Sleep Talk, 71 Seed Bomb, 74 Reflect, 75 Light Screen, 79 Dazzling Gleam, 81 Grass Knot, 85 Rest, 88 Swords Dance, 103 Substitute, 111 Giga Drain, 113 Tailwind, 119 Energy Ball, 122 Encore, 130 Helping Hand, 131 Pollen Puff, 132 Baton Pass, 137 Grassy Terrain, 159 Leaf Storm, 168 Solar Beam, 171 Terra Blast, 185 Lunge, and 204 Double Edge. By breeding, this group gives you Cotton Guard, this group gives you Encore, this group gives you Grassy Terrain, this group gives you Rage Powder, this group gives you Seed Bomb, the Mirror Herb gives you Strength Sap, this group gives you Switcheroo, and this group gives you Worry Seed. Side game data, you got all this. Pokemon Ranger, the browser entry. Hoppip floats on the air to waft about. Where it goes depends only on the wind. In Guardian Signs, it creates finds around itself that make Pokemon's load. All this, okay. Pokepark Wii, the Pikachu's Adventure. The Pokepark pad entry. Hoppip in the Granite Zone promised to let only worthy Pokemon travel the path into the ruins, and she keeps her promises. Pokepark 2, Wonders Beyond. She was timid, with a small voice, but she is very considerate and notices things that others don't. She is a good friend of Squirtle. Got all this. Evolution data, Hoppip, level 18, Skiploom, level 27, Jumpluff. Sprites here, so pretty good. I mean, kind of an orange, and has white eyes. This is a green, which is fun. Yeah, it's kind of because we're red, I guess. This becomes a little bit more, it's still kind of red, to be honest, kind of a lighter red, but we introduced the red eyes now as a different green, a lighter green. Yep. This is probably different. Oh, the shinies leaves are also a lot lighter. That's cool. Which I think is still true for this one. It's lighter anyway. Yeah, more or less has the same stuff though. The tail is interesting. I was not expecting that. Oh yeah, the tail is like a weird, like, oh no, it's still a thing. Okay, never mind. It's still the cat-like tail. It's just a weird angle. And you can see the foot. Oh, the pads aren't a thing yet until Gen 3. I mean, that's pretty cool. Or at least maybe they were meant to be off-screen, but yeah, they moved them back anyway. Yes. So Gen 4. So this is kind of closer to pink, I guess. It's kind of a shade of pink. This one actually kind of makes it pink. We got these greens. Still a little bit lighter shade of green, I'd say. Yeah, these are still a little bit lighter, a different shade of green anyway, those then. Now we have the pink in Gen 5. And we got the full back sprites in Gen 5 as well. Yep. I got the modern pink and modern green. That's kind of fun. And also, I just realized that the green is a reference to its evolution, Skiploom. So that's fun. I wonder if it'll be swapped or if it'll be like Jumpluffs. We'll see. Yep. Pretty good translation, I'd say. Yeah, the tail's a bit weird, but otherwise, pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. And then you got Holmes. That's good, yep. In the anime, so we got Hoppip in the anime. We got all these. Oh, Sugimori reference sheet for the anime. That's kind of fun. Good to see all the stuff that, you know, yeah, how it's supposed to look. That's pretty cool. How much has it changed? It changed a little bit in the ears, I think. But more or less it stayed the same. The mouth might also be a different shape. Yeah, but that could just be animator to animator, but yeah. That's pretty cool. See how more simplified I'd say the leaves look on these ones. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, yeah, you got this. Yep, okay. Pokedex entries in episode 137 in Ash's Pokedex. Hoppip, the cat and weed Pokemon. This hopping Pokemon is light as a feather and can be lifted by the gentlest breeze. Pokemon Generations, a Hoppip in Pokemon Generations, aww. Then you've got Hoppip in Pokemon Paldean Winds. Got a few of them with Lilligant and Petalil. That's kind of fun. Okay, in the manga, you got Hoppip and Magical Pokemon Journey. That's kind of fun. They're all surrounding this little girl. Too bad she's afraid of them. That's not great. Yep, we kind of this. Then Hoppip and Pokemon Adventures. Yeah, the TCG. Other appearances, Super Smash Bros. Brawl. In the Pokemon Stadium 2 stage, a Hoppip can be seen drifting on the flying terrain. Other guest Pokemon found in the flying terrain include Skarmory and Drifloon, floating in the distance. Trophy information, a cotton wheat Pokemon. Its adorable appearance has captured the hearts of many fans. It's 1'4" in height, which is the same as Pikachu, but it's incredibly light, weighing only 1.1 pounds. Because it's so light, it often huddles with other Hoppip to keep itself from being blown away by strong winds. It evolves into Skiploom. Trivia: an early design of Hoppip had no arms and legs and was dark-colored, resembling a black cat. So you can see Hoppip's early design here. The English names of Hoppip and its evolutions were partially coined by Nob Ogasawara. Origin: Hoppip appears to be based on a bulb or root. The leaves on its head resemble leaves of a dandelion. This may directly reference the cat ears plant, which closely resembles the dandelion despite the two species not being related. When moving, its leaves move around like the propellers of a helicopter. Name origin: Hoppip may be a combination of hop or hippity hop and pip, small hard seed, or pipsqueak. The names of all stages of its evolutionary line is based on the phrase, just a hop, skip, and a jump away. Haneko may be a combination of ha, leaf, hanaru, to jump or hop, or hane, wing, and neko, root. Its name may also be a pun on neko, cat, given its cat-like ears and tail. In other languages, references, external links, let's move on. Now let's watch Hoppip's first scene in the anime. Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we are watching episode 137, Foul Weather Friends. In this episode, Ash Ketchum, the main character, and traveling companions Brock and Misty, as well as his faithful Pokemon Pikachu and Togepi, Misty's Pokemon, are walking through this path, and they're seeing a bunch of grass Pokemon. There's a couple Gloom, they're pointing out. Yep.
Sure are a lot of grass-type Pokemon living around here, aren't there?
There's the Hoppip.
Cutie!
It's hopping around.
I think it's called a Hoppip.
I can see why.
Oh, you can see the pads on the feet.
It's a sweetie. Big.
Yep, okay. That's it. Let's move on. Now let's see why people love Hoppip. Now let's look at fan art. Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody sent in fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. For those of you familiar with the series, you might be wondering why we're on the single image. That's because this is the only image we'll be doing today. This is Pink Party by Darian Doodles. So we've done this image before in another video, but we can do it again. So you can see there's a couple Hoppip up here. Then we've got Cleffa, Clefairy, Clefable, Igglybuff, Wigglytuff, Jigglypuff up here in the front. There's a couple of Wigglytuff, it looks like. Flaffy, Slowborough or Slowpoke. I think there's a couple of them. Lickitung. That's another Hoppip. Or Licky Licky, I think is that one. A few Dittos. I think they're supposed to be shiny Dittos. Audino, Blissey, Chansey, Happiny, Lickitung, Skitty, Gorbus, Muna and Marshuna are these two. And Mesprit here, so that's... It's very... Oh, and Mew. Yeah, we can't forget Mew. Yes, so it's a very sweet image. It's very nice. It's a lot of pink. It's very well done. Let's move on. Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I'll be streaming at 5 PM CMT, Central Mountain Time. In this stream, we'll be catching a Hoppip. Tomorrow, we'll be talking about Skiploom. As always, this is my proper outfit. You'll see me tomorrow.